Everything's under control. Situation normal.
Hello, Star Wars fans. Welcome to the first week of daily Star Wars collecting. My name is Josh. I'll be serving as the host of this channel. This is a collaboration channel, so we have different people posting every day of the week, responding to the questions that I ask on Monday. And hopefully we'll be able to learn from each other, to share some of our collecting experiences, and have a lot of fun. If you subscribe, you should get a new video every single day.
And let me introduce our contributors. On Tuesday, we'll have two contributors. Matt from New Zealand, who goes under the channel Star Wars NZ Reviews. And I really like his AT-AT review. He's got the perfect voice for a commercial announcer. Matt's going to be our first responder to the topic discussions, and in case there's some kind of problem and I can't get the question out in time, Matt has agreed to back me up and post the topic for us. So thank you, Matt. Also on Tuesday, we have Chris, also known as Halo Reviewer 117. He does reviews on a wide range of toys, so he can give us some perspective on toys outside of the Star Wars focus. On Wednesday, we'll have Julius over at A Little Bit Life Size, who does very short, detailed reviews, and I think this guy's great. He has some really impressive analysis with his reviews, and I'm really looking forward to hearing his answers to the weekly topics. Thursday, we have Philip, also known as Addicted to Star Wars 23. He has some really good reviews on his channel, dioramas, and he's the guy who designed our profile picture, and we've made him the official Minister of Design for the channel. So he'll be in charge of editing the main channel, and feel free to experiment, Philip. Thank you very much. Friday, we have the great Wampa Slayer 111. He's one of my favorite all-time reviewers. I think this guy's going to be the next filmmaker Mike. He's just got a lot of energy, and you can tell he loves Star Wars. And I'm glad we're able to get him to join the channel. On Saturday, we have Andre from Portugal. His channel is AndreZ21. He just posted an overview of his entire collection for his 100th video. It's really awesome. You should check that out. Also, he's part of a collecting-themed podcast called TCS, a Star Wars podcast, where he goes into detail on upcoming releases. Sunday, we have another day with two contributors. If we're going to start the week out good with two people, we should end it with two. And it's Jedi Boy 330 and Collector Star Wars. And you've probably heard of these two guys. They're very active with Star Wars collectors on YouTube. They always give great comments and feedback. And I'd be interested to see how they respond to the topics. I coerce them onto the same day so we can start and end each week with lots of energy and get ready for the next topic. And maybe they can be our Clone Wars experts, where they talk about the newest episodes and keep us up to date. So please check out everybody's main channels. They all have a very interesting, unique style, and it's going to be great working with them. You can tell that we have a diverse team. None of us really focus on the same areas of collecting. So it'll be great to compare our opinions with each other. So you might have someone who's primarily a Clone Wars fan, someone who grew up with the original toys, or even people who grew up with the 90s toys. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And since this is our first week, our discussion topic is going to be easy. All you have to do is introduce yourself to the community, and next week we'll get into more difficult topics. Tell us about yourself, where you're from, what you do. Tell us about your collection. You know, why are you a collector? As it stands right now, how does your collection look? What your collecting goals are, areas you focus on. And tell us why you joined YouTube. Why do you have a YouTube review channel? Tell us about your main channel, the types of reviews you do. Do you do dioramas, stop motion? Also, this is a good opportunity to tell us about your reaction to any Star Wars news that you've come across lately, like new figure announcements, Clone Wars episodes, or the Blu-ray changes, things like that. So some of you already know me on here, but I'll go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Josh. I live near Cincinnati, Ohio. I'm married and have a 1-year-old daughter, and I've been collecting Star Wars toys since I was about 6 or 7 years old, and I bought a Bib Fortuna action figure at a flea market. And that was long before the days of the internet, so I was going around collecting as much information as I could just by talking to dealers and toy collectors, and it was an obsession from an early age. I mostly collect loose vintage figures and vehicles, but I've been expanding my modern collection as well. I posted a video of my entire collection on my other channel, Micah C6V8, and if you want to see exactly what I have, it's mostly loose figures, and I tend to focus on getting every version of the same character, so every version of Lando, every version of, Luke and Hoth gear, or something like that, instead of completing waves or series. And in June of 2010, I completed my first big collecting goal of getting one of every vintage Star Wars figure loose. And that was a really big event for me, but instead of finalizing my collection, it just made me want to collect even more. I joined YouTube back in 2009, and for years I'd been watching other Star Wars reviewers like Jedi Master, Gold Leader 1, and Darth Beer, and unfortunately those guys don't post very much anymore. And I had steady reviews for a while, and then I ran out of things to talk about. But I think this new format's going to help me keep things fresh and interesting and get more of an up-to-date flow of ideas rather than just individual reviews. And so that's it for my introduction. The other members of the Daily Star Wars collecting team are going to take over now and tell you about themselves. And I'm interested to see where this channel is going to go. Hopefully we'll get a chance to learn from each other, and we'll have some fun too. So stay tuned. We got a lot of content coming and some fun, entertaining things.
All right, guys, good luck. May the Force be with you. Thanks for watching.
Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen.